Hello, today we're going to be felling this birch behind me. It's about a 20-25 centimeter diameter birch, and the plan is to fell it in this direction. So we have a relatively clear path here, seems to be the most logical felling direction. If you look up at the tree, it's fairly unobstructed, nothing at the top branch-wise to complicate the felling. So it should be pretty easy. The reason we're trying to fell this tree is it's quite close to some other trees that we want to grow, and the canopy cover is sort of blocking a lot of the underbrush growth, so we just want to get rid of it to open up some of this growing area. Today we're going to be using this fairly brand new Husqvarna electric saw. So we've been using it so far for some small cuts and sawing up some logs that are lying on the ground, but we're gonna give it a shot today at chopping down a fresh tree. So if you come close to the tree, I'll show you what the strategy is. So we're gonna start with about a 70-degree face cut right here in the direction of where we want the tree to fall, right? So we want the tree to fall in this direction, so we'll do the face cut in that same direction. Then we'll take a pause and talk about the face cut for a bit. And then we're ready to fell the tree. We'll come around back and we'll do just a standard back cut, about an inch above the line of the front cut. And if we need to, we have some wedges to leverage it to fall, since it does have a bit of a back lean, so we might need to use those wedges to push it forward, but we'll evaluate that at the time. In terms of hazards, I'm not going to be working too much around this side of the tree because there's a lot of underbrush and fallen logs here. So I'm going to be doing most of my work in this clear region here. And our escape path will be in this direction, right towards the cameraman, about 45 degrees from the felling line. So should give us a good escape route. Okay, so without further ado, let's do the face cut. Oh, one thing, technically I should be working around this side of the tree with the saw. This gives me better leverage. This, but in this case it's quite an obstructed workspace, so I'll be doing the face cut in the other direction, but it should be pretty easy regardless. Okay, hearing protection, eye protection, gloves, standard. Okay, come around this way. Okay, so we have our 70-degree open face cut in the direction of the felling. So this will be the direction the tree is going to be coming down in. The wedge is about 70 degrees to give it enough time, right? It'll fall to about 70 degrees, at which point that wedge will close. But at that point, it's close enough to the ground to guarantee that it's falling in the direction we want. And this is just the wedge that we've cut out of the tree. Okay, so the next step is going to be doing our back cut, which is going to be our felling cut, and it's very important at this stage to establish a proper hinge for the wood to fall. So we don't want the back cut to be in the same plane as the bottom of the front wedge cut, because that will give us an unbalanced condition. We want that cut to be about 1 inch above that cut, and we want to leave the hinge, which the tree is going to be rotating about, to be about 1 inch thick. So the rule of thumb is about 10% of the tree diameter. So in this case, it's a 25 centimeter diameter tree. So we want that hinge to be about 1 inch thick and 1 inch above. Okay, so without further ado, let's fell this tree. Remember, our escape route is in this direction. If something goes wrong, we're running there. And if we need to, we'll bang in a wedge once we get that saw into the tree, just to prevent it from the cut from closing and pinching our saw. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
So we have our cut established, about an inch. Could go a bit further on the other side. Okay, so a bit more work with the wedges than we initially thought, but we got it done. It fell in about the direction we wanted it to fall, so that's a success. If we come up and look at the stump, we'll see there's some issues here. So you can see that the hinge wood held on for quite a while, which is the reason why we had some trouble felling it from the start. This is sometimes the case with very fresh wood, right? This tree is still alive, so there's basically no heartwood. It's pretty much just all fresh wood or green wood the whole way through. So it's quite strong. So we might have had to initially make that wedge probably, that hinge wood probably a bit smaller and that front wedge a bit larger to help the felling. But otherwise, went pretty well. So next we'll just delimb this tree and we'll saw it up into firewood. Okay, thank you.